Welcome back. Up next, we take a look at energy prices and policy across Canada. We'll speak with Dan McTeague, President of Canadians for Affordable Energy. He also runs the gas prediction website, gaswizard.ca. All yours, Dan.
Well, thank you very much for that, Nathaniel. And what a week we've seen, what a week we're about to see. We're heading into the Easter long weekend. And of course, gas prices, like oil prices, geopolitics, is all over the map right now. We've seen prices dip, today, Wednesday, and into the weekend. We've seen some pretty decent, relatively speaking, prices. We're still 50 cents, 45 cents a liter on average, higher than this time last year. And diesel prices are probably closer to 60 cents higher than they were this time last year. Of course, that is highly inflationary because diesel and other products, natural gas included, tend to be at the core of our economy. It really doesn't matter what you do. And so we've seen prices average, down as low as $1.62. But that's pretty much where the party is likely to stop and end. Thursday, we're going to see a pretty substantial increase across much of Canada, including Quebec and Ontario. We're going to see prices rise about 6 cents a liter. We are also going to see a shift from winter to summer gasoline. When that happens, it's supposed to be done by Friday. Refiners are going to have to pass on that cost. Normally, they do it a few days earlier, so that could mean an additional 6 cents a liter. That would push average prices up well above $1.72, $1.73 across Canada. Now, the Maritimes, which always have a bit of a lag time of a week, and have these regulators who invent numbers on the fly because they've been up and down much more than their level of tolerance, which is 5 cents a liter either way. We're likely to see a decrease of about 2 or 3 cents a liter for gasoline, 7 cents for diesel. Whereas Western Canada, which has seen some drops in Alberta because of the compliments of the government there at the beginning of the month, dropping the 13-cent provincial tax, we're likely to see prices remain in the mid 150s. Saskatchewan still holding out in the 165, 168 range. Manitoba, which is very surprising. Gas stations there should understand at $1.73.9, you're picking up a cool 21 cents a liter as a retail margin. That's well beyond economic, what would be considered economically reasonable, especially since most stations can get by with 10 or 12 cents a liter, including the cost of turning on their pumps, paying their taxes, paying their overhead, and yes, honoring credit cards. So perhaps a little bit of need for them to curb their enthusiasm. British Columbia will continue to see prices in the $1.90 range in Vancouver and in the low $1.80 range for the rest of the interior. The difference there, of course, being simply taxes. On the bigger picture, we've seen the Biden administration do something that was both bizarre and odd and never intended, along with the International Energy Agency, and that's to try to flood the market with reserve inventories of oil. And that is not having really the desired effect. Yes, it brought oil down to $93 a barrel, but right now it's back up to 102. And it's a really short-term, unintended move that was never, designed for that. It's not designed to tame prices, to tame emergencies. And clearly, the Biden administration is desperate. Rather than recognizing their own green policies of divestment, miseducation, their policies of strangling future pipelines, have a lot to do with why Americans are falling short in terms of their ability to help the world. Europe, of course, has already gone through that, have empowered and emboldened Mr. Putin, continue to do so, financing his war to the tune of $1 billion a day. Very shameful, by the way, for the Europeans and those promoting green. It's very obvious that these processes, these ideas, this over infatuation with climate, which tends to be an exaggeration as far as even the IPCC's numbers are concerned, is leading the world to the precipice of a very dangerous place. So in a week in which we are going to sit back with family and contemplate the importance of Easter, we're also going to have to recognize that it's a time for Canadians and the rest of the world to get real about the importance of energy, particularly fossil fuels, particularly its production here in Canada, which could go a long way to stabilizing the world. Perhaps it's time for Canadians to push back on their politicians and by those who are promoting one agenda to the detriment of the country, not just fuel, but also food and global insecurity. I think as we spend some time this weekend with family and friends, let's celebrate the fact that Canada is blessed with abundance of resources and that the price that we're paying today is incongruent and inconsistent with what Canadians should be pursuing, a policy of getting our energy to market. On that happy note, happy Easter, everybody. And here at Canadians for Affordable Energy, we look to talk to you next week.
Lots to consider there, Dan. That was Dan McTeague, president of Canadians for Affordable Energy. He also runs the gas prediction website, gaswizard.ca.